Give me a sec, everyone. Oh no. Uh, Give me a sec. I'm just texting something. Give me a sec. We'll get started. Cause another development happened today. Well, two of them. First, it was a No Man's Sky update, which is available right now, which pretty much revamps the entirety of the game in terms of graphics and, overall fidelity and realism in terms of like what planets look like and how they function. And also, we got a Suicide Squad update that I want to go over as well. So let me just send this text because I am a busy man. But and then we'll get started. And all right, let me get chat up here on the side because I really want to look at this. Wow, Acolyte is truly trash, isn't it? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we can begin. I got me a little bit of water here because I was moving around a whole lot. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, let me turn this down. This stream idea came in mind because a couple of people on Discord were talking to me, and we were all having this discussion about food. And Halster, hello Halster, Halster came up with well, I wouldn't say the idea, but we started talking about food and cursed food, and some foods that he mentioned were foods from the UK that really don't make sense. Like, for example, and I said this during my Castlevania streams that I was having. He brought up that there are people in the UK that eat fries on regular bread with ketchup on it. Like white bread, fries, drizzled in ketchup, another piece of white bread, sliced in half like a sandwich. And he showed us a picture. Of an example, and it was horrendous to say the least. And it just rested in my mind. It was unsettling to see. And it was just resting in my mind. Okay, this is cursed. Not only that, but apparently, and Kitty told me this as well, which is another person I was talking to, another person in the Discord. She was telling me that apparently there are people out there that take the time to cook owl pellets and serve them up for people to eat. Now, for those who don't know what owl pellets are what owls cough up that they can't digest whenever they eat an animal. Like, say, for instance, they eat like a whole mouse. Then whatever parts they can't digest, they just cough it up in whatever little hairball that they have. CJ, it's good to see you. We got some cursed foods to look at, and we have a Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League post to look at as well. Hold on. Let me move this window around so I can add it to this window. All right, cool. Hopefully that didn't mess with anything. It did not. We will look at it in a second. I'll go all the way to the top, and then we'll talk about this new update for Suicide Squad we are getting next week. Yeah, next week. But we are on the topic right now. Yeah, that sounds disgusting. Yes, it does, CJ, and it makes me question humanity for these individuals where you would want to eat anything like that. So here I just simply typed in cursed foods. I just simply typed in cursed foods, and it's already showing like a whole bunch of foods that should not exist whatsoever. I'm not gonna watch any videos because you never know if they're gonna have like copyrighted stuff on them, and that's what got me the last time we were like reacting to stuff. So I got to be careful. But yes, cursed foods from Lucifer's larder. So first up, we got some Archway Classics soft oatmeal cookies. I'm already disappointed. Archway soft oatmeal cookies. Kraft American singles. And thick bologna. Why? Why would you do this to food? Oh, there's nothing that gets me more riled up than people mistreating food poorly. And then there are people I don't know, and it's a brother. It's a brother too. I see the dark hand on the side. No, why? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you do this to food? You disrespect your lineage, your heritage, by mixing oatmeal cookies, Kraft American singles, and bologna. Why? Times are not that hard. Times are not that hard. Food is not that expensive. Why would you think about mixing this? Yeah. Why do this? I'm looking at it and I'm just questioning. I'm going to make this, and then I'm going to eat it. And I'm also going to show people that I'm going to eat it. Why? Why would you do this? Croutons of the... Okay, oatmeal bologna and cheese sandwich. Oatmeal cookie, bologna and cheese sandwich? That's nasty. What is this? Croutons of the sky? So I'm making it my personal mission to educate my friends on how delicious June bugs are. You ain't gonna have friends. You're not gonna have friends. This was back in 2015. I wonder if he's alone. I wonder if this person is alone. Cause ain't no way you are gonna be a friend of mine and then says, I'm here to make it my personal mission to educate my friends on how delicious June bugs are. In the words of Tony Stark, not a great plan. No! This is a one-time-a-year, pretty ethical end of their 3-year life cycle and definitely unique chance to harvest nature's bounty. Why? What is wrong with people? Why would you do this to food? I thought I was spent looking at commercials where they do stuff to food in order to make it look good for commercials, but this is cursed. This is cursed. The taste is smoky and complex and pair perfectly with the Caesar salad. Why are you frying? Why are you frying them? Why are you frying them? Why are you frying them and then why are you frying them? Why are you frying them? Why are you putting them in salad? That's not supposed to go in salad. Why would you disrespect salad like this? Why would you do this? My friend's mom got some bacon out of the freezer from 14 years ago. Used by April 2006? No. There's a limit. There is a limit. Sure, stuff can be freezer burned, and in some cases, those things are still edible, but you don't be taking stuff out of the freezer that's been in there for a full decade and 4 years. There's a limit. Bacon, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Why would you do this? Some people eat bugs. 75% of them is to survive. The rest, look. I can understand if people are just eating bugs out in the wild to help them survive, from Bear Grylls to whoever's doing nature documentaries out there on the open or trying to survive out there, or, survival videos and whatnot, or survival TV shows and whatnot. I can understand eating bugs to survive, but eating bugs because it's a delicacy, and I know some countries do this. I know some out of the U.S. third world countries, a lot of them like to do this, but it's not for me. It's not for me. I know I say I'm capable of eating anything, but that doesn't mean I will eat everything. There's a difference. I'm capable of eating so many things, but bugs ain't one of them. I'm sorry. I'll eat me some gummy worms. Sure, I will eat me some Wrigley's gummy worms. Day in and day out if I wanted to, if I had that kind of a sweet tooth. I don't. It's only periodically where I eat stuff like that. I haven't had Skittles in months. I haven't had Starbursts in months. I haven't had Jolly Ranchers in what feels like a year. My sweet tooth ain't that big. But if I want to eat some bugs, I will eat some Wrigley's gummy worms. And that's it. But I ain't going out there trying to find some June bugs on the hottest day of July and saying like, oh, I'm going to sprinkle this on my salad. What? Just because? Not because you're starving, but because you want to eat it, and then you have the audacity to say I'm making it my personal mission to educate my friends on how delicious June bugs are? Where's your doctorate on this? You can't teach me nothing if you ain't got no license. What? What is wrong with you? Why would you want to eat this? No, we're moving on. Because I still got to talk about the mom's friend who got a whole packet of bacon from 14 years ago. So that means you haven't cleaned out your freezer in 14 years. You haven't cleaned out your freezer in 14 years? No, you do not deserve a fridge. If you ain't cleaning out your fridge on a regular basis, why do you have one? This whole thing is about to make me upset. It's cursed. It is cursed. It is cursed. April 2006. I've had bugs before, but it's something that I'd eat on. It's something that but it's not. Okay, it's not. It's not something that I eat on the regular. For me, it's more of a survival or subsistence food. It's gotta be some very dire situations for me to ever get to that point. And I mean so dire that I need to choose between just letting Jesus take me or eating bugs to survive. That is the only reason why I'll ever eat one. But ain't no way you eating bugs like this on the regular. Why you got... And it's called middle bacon. What about the front bacon? Where's the back bacon? Middle bacon? You mean bacon has places? So we got front bacon and back bacon and middle bacon. I didn't even know bacon could have a place in the line. 2006. You know what I was doing at 2006? I was in elementary school. I was still in elementary. I want to say I was still in elementary. That's crazy. That's crazy. Have you ever heard of black pudding? What is black pudding? That's pudding? That's me. What? Hold on. Let's see. Black pudding is a distinct regional type of blood sausage originating in the United Kingdom and Ireland. In United Kingdom and Ireland. It is made from pork or occasionally beef blood. It's not even meat. It's not, it's... No! No! It's not even meat! Ah! It's not even meat! What is this? It's not even... It's like a sausage. No, it's not! Sausage is meat! This is not meat. It's not meat. It's just blood mixed with fat, but made into a sausage roll. It's not even meat. It's just blood. What? Main ingredients. Pork blood or beef blood mixed with fat, oats, or barley. There's no meat. There's not a hint of meat in it. It's just, it's black because it's coagulated. It's... Oh, I'm so glad the ingredients generally used with the black pudding is mint and thyme and spices. I'm so glad they added the hint, that hint of mint. That hint of mint in the blood sausage. You should look up Stargazy pie. This black pudding just upset me. So, see, here's the thing. No. Why? It's a loaf? A loaf of blood. Quart of milk, loaf of blood, stick of butter. Quart of milk, loaf of blood, stick of butter. What? Why did I learn this? Why? Why did I learn this today? That's a megabyte of brain space that I can't You know what? I was looking at cursed foods, middle bacon. Is that a piece? Hold on. Is that a piece of salami? I can't tell. Is that mustard or is that peanut butter? Is that mustard on the salami or is that peanut butter? That's not even the worst British cursed food. I still need to look up that Stargazy pie. What is this? Stargazy pie is a Cornish dish made of baked pilchards, which is just fish, along with eggs and potatoes covered with a pastry crust. Although there are a few variations using other types of fish, the unique feature of Stargazy pie is fish heads protruding through the crust so that they appear to be gazing at the stars. Oh, that makes it so much more appetizing.
Oh, you want a stargazy pie? The reason why their heads are sticking out of the pie is because they are gazing at the stars.
What? Huh? It's a fish pie with whole fish just sticking out? I'ma say this. This is weird. This is weird. I say this as an American, where half of everything that is made over here in America is just deep fried or grilled or just raw. This is weird. A pie with fish heads sticking out of it. Who comes up with these dishes and says, yes, let this become a current dish throughout the entirety of this country's history? It is a custom to make this dish. Who is allowing these people to say, we will make this one of our national dishes? And people agree and say, yes. Who was allowing these people to make this type of food? I tried Stargazy pie. It was actually pretty alright. I don't know. There's something about fish and eggs. Like just eggs. I don't mean like fish and escargot, or no, that's snails. Fish and caviar, that's the name. Fish and caviar together. I can see that being a thing. But fish and just regular chicken eggs mixed together with potatoes. So you're getting your starch, you're getting your meats, and you're getting your fish meats, all baked into a lovely buttered crust. And we're gonna stick the fish heads out. Who came up with this? What in the world? Jellied eels? Why are they jellied? Jellied eels? No. No. Ha. Ah. Ugh. I started to heave so much that my jaw started to kind of hurt because I was sticking my jaw out. Yeah. First, that hurt. But jellied eels is a traditional English dish that originated in the 18th century. Primarily in the East End of London, the dish consists of chopped eels boiled in a spiced broth that is allowed to cool and set, forming a jelly. It is usually served cold. No. Not cold. Not cold. That's potentially tasty outside of the whole fish heads? Maybe. I tried Stargazy pie, actually pretty alright. 60% of the time, the spices are lacking too. No. Because, do you guys have mushy peas? Mushy? Mashing. The only type of mashed up peas we have here in the US is in baby food. I don't know of any adult that eats mushed up peas outside of Gerber baby food. And let me just reiterate, it is for babies. I don't know any adults who are just eating that normally or having that as a regular thing. What you mean, mushy peas? Jellied eels? Mushy peas? Okay, so here's the thing. Mushy peas probably not that bad because it's just peas, but it's just mushed up. It is literally discount avocado, avocado dip. It's just discount avocado dip. Mushy peas are dried marrow-fat peas which are first soaked overnight in water with baking soda and then rinsed in fresh water, after which the peas are gathered in a saucepan covered with water and brought to a boil and then simmered until the peas are softened. The mush is seasoned with salt and pepper. See, out of all the dishes, this looks the most normal. It's just mushed up peas that can also double as a dip. I can see that. I can see that as a thing. Every other dish that we've looked at, nah, I'm good. That black pudding though, no, you can send that down to the deepest pit. No, that's not meat at all. It looks like meat, but it's just hints of fat that looks like meat pieces. That is just straight up blood, fermented and mixed with fat, and rolled up to look like a sausage. See, I'm glad you told one thing I am happy that you told me what black pudding is, so that should I ever visit the UK as a trip or something, or I just want to visit different countries or whatnot, I never will get fooled into thinking what is black pudding. I am longing it into memory what black pudding is, so I never, ever get fooled into eating it when I'm in the UK. No, the devil is a liar. That is cursed. I'm still wondering, is this a piece of salami with peanut butter? Because that does not look like mustard. Let's see. Here's another cursed food. I think I may have outdone myself tonight. Frozen pizza with macaroni on top. Macaroni pizza. There are some foods that just look disgusting, and then there are some foods that just make me question, what are you doing with your time? When's the last time you've been outside? The whole entirety of the pizza is bread anyway. Why are you putting more bread on top? Why would you do this? Macaroni on pizza? What is wrong with you? Also, let me know if the connection is, like good for you guys. Just let me know. I because I don't have my Ethernet cable plugged in, but if everything is running smoothly, then that means that we're good. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. Hold on, I gotta put my little image up that I usually have whenever I'm doing like streams like this. Hold on. I gotta add my little image in here that I normally usually have. Hold on. I forgot to do that because I was also doing a little bit of cleaning and getting some dust out of some places. Boom. There we go. All right, cool. So that black space isn't just empty up there. Deviled eggs topped with tuna? If Kitty was here, she'd be having a field day. Deviled eggs topped with tuna? Why? Why would you not only make this, but also take a picture and post it for people to look at? Who would mix I was about to say who would mix fish and eggs together, then I just realized we just looked at the Stargazy pie. So, but why would you mix this? Watermelon pizza. Vegan and vegetarian recipes for beginners. You can't cook. Uh, ah. Look, that watermelon pizza, the green stuff that you see is guacamole. Watermelon, guacamole, and blueberry on one slice. Watermelon and banana and guacamole on another. Watermelon, guacamole, and pineapple. And watermelon, guacamole, and what looks to be that's those are mushrooms. There she is. Thank you. Kitty, we have seen stuff. We have seen things. I had to put my glasses on because I'm trying to make sure that my eyes are not fooling me. But this stuff is cursed. I don't know what I should be more offended by. I don't know what I should be more offended by. The fact that you mixed in food coloring of some kind in an egg and you tried to have it sunny side up, or the fact that you thought it was good enough to put on a nice china indented plate and then take a picture of it. This looks like some sort of weird talisman you would get from Elden Ring. Like, uh, like, Wound of the Forsaken, ripped from the hide of the most devout of Queen Marika's golden order, but banished to the Forbidden Lands because of his heretic use of blood magic or whatever. That looks like something you would get from a boss in Elden Ring that looks disgusting, but if you equip it, it gives you a big buff. That's what this looks like. This looks like a Sword Seal from Elden Ring. You're gonna have to forgive me if I just stare at this silently without saying anything. It's just, my brain is just trying to 100% confirm for me that this stuff is real. That people go out of their way to make food like this. We also have this food that consists of minced pork offal, like the heart, liver, or spleen mixed with onions and spices, but I can't say the name of it. The name of the food I'm referring to is so bad. Well, don't worry about saying it then. Don't worry about saying it because I'm definitely not going to say half the stuff that you guys got in the UK. Because they're all, for some odd reason, innuendo-based names for food. But here's the thing. Why does this person... Look, this person says, every day my roommate produces a fresh batch of bacon grease and then leaves it in a small bowl. Why are you saving the grease? Why are you saving the grease? It sits on my counter for about a month, accumulating in the process. Why do you allow it to... Why? So this would be a huge win-win for the both of us if you could take this off your hands. Off our hands. Why? Why are you keeping it there? Just throw it away. Oh, I'm definitely not saying the name of that food. I'm definitely not saying that. Key facts, age 10 to 30 days. Schneider's original, good for all things baking. But it's been on your it's it's been on your counter for a month. Why would anyone want to take it after a full month and then use it? No, this is starting to get nasty. No. Enchiladas made out of deli cold cuts instead of tortillas. Enchiladas light. Then you have the audacity to do Dutch angles with the shots, drizzling it in sauce, in tortilla sauce, and cheese and garnish. You have the audacity to make it seem like you actually did something smart with this food. See, if I was looking at this by myself and I was just curious about cursed food, I I would be this quiet too. There is no way. There is no way you are that cheap and you thought this was a good idea? Do you guys have pork pies? No. Sounds like a UK thing, so that obviously means we do not have it. What's a pork pie? A pork pie is a traditional English meat pie, usually served either at room temperature or cold. No! Why are they cold? Why are they cold? No! Answer my question. Why are the pies cold? It's priest. Have a bit of priest. What? At room temperature or cold consists of a filling of roughly chopped, so it's not all the way chopped. Roughly chopped pork and pork fat surrounded by a layer of jellied no. Why? By a layer of jellied pork stock and a hot water crust pastry? What is hot water crust? What is hot water crust supposed to be? It is normally eaten as a snack or with a salad. Yes, this would go great with that Junebug Caesar salad we just saw a little bit earlier on. I've had it. I actually like it. Look, I ain't gonna knock this food if you like it. I'm just gonna question it. Do you mind if I question it? Do you mind? Do you mind if I question these foods? Ah, what in the world? Meat enchiladas. Why? This photo better be glad it doesn't have a name. Cause I have so many questions. First, I had to look up what an aspic is, and it's a savory gelatin or jelly made by slowly cooking animal or fish parts in broth or stock and then setting it in a mold to encase other ingredients. So when I see those when I see those jellies that have like pieces of meat or pieces of like like vegetables in it? And you mean to tell me someone made a ranch tomato aspic? This is ranch and tomato. Like, ah, my soul. My soul for food. Why would you do this? Why would you make a ranch tomato gelatin? Why? Why would you do? It just gets worse. It just gets worse. What is this? 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 Where's the name? Thank God you don't have a name. Thank God. I have no, what is this? It's a gelatin, but I see peas. I see peas. What is this? Who made this? Who took the time to style and design this with like a real froster for it to have that shape? Who did this? Who hurt you? That looks like meat wrapped up. And then it has some sort of filling. And everything else is sat on top of this gelatin that also has peas in it. You actually taste the ranch tomato gelatin as a dip of sorts? You brave man. Can- I don't know how much more I can take of this cursed food stuff. I'm sorry. It is just disturbing my brain right now. There's a reason why I don't look this. There's actually a reason why I actually don't look up this stuff because it just makes me exhausted. But does that say jellied moose nose? First of all, moose nose. Second of all, jellied moose nose. This better not be an actual dish. This better not be an actual dish. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's not made up. It's not made up. What is this? What is this? Jellied moose nose is similar to European head cheese. Trapping cuts of moose nose within a gelatinized broth. So we out here eating noses now? We out here eating noses? The dish was even mentioned in the Northern Cookbook, a 1967 publication by the Canadian government that offered recipes and cooking advice for wilderness wives living in the backwoods of the far north. People out here eating noses? This is chopped up moose nose in a jelly. Why? What is wrong with you? Recipe for black chicken. Wash chicken, add spices and herbs to taste. Put into preheated oven. Go on Facebook. Okay, so I'm assuming they didn't mean for the chicken to turn out this way, and it's just charbroiled black. Similar to hog head cheese, it's actually what's culinarily considered a force meat. Oh yeah, we have steak and kidney pudding too. Steak and kidney. That alone should not go together, but steak, kidney, pudding. Steak and kidney pudding. Pudding should be nowhere near meat. Maybe as a snack later on in the day, after the meat is digested. Sure, you can have pudding after eating the steak and kidney, maybe. But not together. Not mixed together. Not mixed. Look, I'm 32 years old, okay? I'm 32 years old. I've seen some things in my life. Seen so many different things in my life. Ah. Mm. This stuff is ridiculous. This spaghetti with meat sauce, tropical. What makes it tropical? Oh, never mind. I see it. I thought that was a crust. It's not a crust. It is spaghetti with meat sauce on a bed of peas lined with pineapple. And this is on the good. This is on the good. If I catch any of y'all trying to offer that to me, we're not friends. We we are not friends if you try to serve that to me. Look, I have nah, I'm good. We're not gonna li- we're not gonna linger on that one for too long. Let me go ahead and say this to everyone who's watching. Do not make faces out of your food. Don't make faces in the food. That's not appetizing. It's weird. Let me say it for the people in the back. Let me say it again for the people in the back. Don't make faces out of your food. It's weird. Why? That's not gonna make me want to eat it. Pasta shells filled with my favorite things for supper. Peanut butter. Cheese spread with chives. Paprika cheese spread. Chicken paste. Red pepper hummus. And tomato ketchup. Grant me the strength, dear God. Grant me the strength to keep going. Why? Why would you think this is cool to do? Are you still single? After making this? Look, I'm saying right now, I got wonderful cooks in my family. I'm learning about food and stuff myself. Look, if and as a dude that's into women, if should I ever find one that knows how to cook, there will be no experimentation. There of this degree, there will be none of it. I'm sorry, but I have to put my foot down. I say as I slam my leg because I ain't trying to stomp. But this is first rule is I need to know if you gonna be cooking. Can you cook? If you cannot cook, there will be no experimentation. I will not be your taste tester. Take it someplace else. This if I ever catch anyone trying to do this, no, no, we are no longer friends. I'm not coming over your house. Don't talk to me for as long as you think this was a good idea. That's how long I'll stay away from you. If you think it's a good idea, another day at it, where I don't come near you. Until you fully realize, until you fully release yourself from this Izanami in Izanami and thinking like, oh, I'll just make this food, he'll come back. Izanami. And then you're just stuck in that loop. No, no. When you accept your fate and accept that I ain't gonna be near you until you realize that your food nasty, then you can be released from the Izanami. But I'm almost done. I don't ever want to come back here again. What are those? Are those olives? Are those olives with Kraft American singles melted on the bread? What is that? What is that? What is that on the bread? What is that on the bread? Are those olives on white bread that's been shaped to look like circles and they have some sort of weird spread over it with the olives on top of it? I don't want to look at this anymore. We're done. We're done. We're done. Oh, good lord. Thank you. Thank you. We're done. We're done. I need to cleanse my mind. I need to cleanse my mind with something happy. I need to cleanse my mind with something happy. No, no, no. I'm done. I'm done with the moose nose jelly. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Oh! I can't do this. I can't look at that no more. I can't. You know what? You know what that's done? That's put me off of ever looking up cursed food. I thought it was a good. I thought my will was strong to handle looking at food that just made me question why people were allowed in the kitchen. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it anymore. I can't look at that. I live in such a wonderful household where the food is made with love and consideration, everything cooked, everything made is just made with professionalism and everything is always good. I look at it and the food looks amazing. I can't look at food that was made deliberately to be nasty or made by people who wanted to experiment and it still looks disgusting. I can't look at food like that. God has been good to me for far too long for me for me to be looking at food like that when I'm getting good food here at the house. In my house, I can't. I can't do it. I've been blessed far too much in my life to be looking at food that nasty. I can't. I can't. These eyes were meant to behold glory and grace and beautiful things. I can't look at stuff like that. I can't. I can't look at stuff like that. No. Why? How dare you do that to food? I can't do that. I can't do that. Let me get my headphones. Let me get my headphones. No, no, I'm not doing that again. This is probably going to be the only time I ever make a stream about cursed foods because that just that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I can't look at that. I can't look at food like that no more. I can't look at people being disrespectful about food like that. Okay? All right? I can't do that. I can't do that. So real quick, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Make sure my audio stuff is good. Yep, audio stuff is good. Let me move my desktop audio over there. Because there's one thing I want to look up. Not only did we perfect. This is actually the video that I wanted to look up. Okay. So desktop audio is on. We're gonna move on to something that makes me happy. We're moving on to stuff that makes me happy. Stuff that makes me happy. Okay? First off, we have the No Man's Skies World update. Worlds Part 1 update. And matter of fact, let me see if I can find it on Twitter real quick. Because it was up here along with we're already gonna look at the deep dive for Suicide Squad. Let me just find the thing for No Man's Sky. I hope they got the patch notes. Because I would love to look at the patch notes. Let's see. Yes! Yes, I love looking at patch notes for games. We'll go over the No Man's Sky stuff first, and then we'll go over the Suicide Squad stuff that is going to be popping up next week. So first, let's check out the new No Man's Sky Worlds Part 1 official trailer.
Introducing No Man's Sky version 5.0. A complete refresh of the
Dragon Emperor, hi, how are you? I'm going through a cleanse right now. The first half of this stream was Dragon Emperor. The first half of this stream was dedicated to looking up cursed foods. Halster, who lives over in the UK, was telling us about different foods over there in the UK, and I was just looking at a long list of food that is just straight up cursed. And frankly, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to look at something else, because as a person that lives in a household where the food is made with love and care, and people are considerate of the food that they are making for others to consume, I could not for the life of me continue that. I couldn't. God's been good to me too much to look at cursed food like that. I can't. I can't. Bro, I am Some, remember? Yes, I do, but since your name is Dragon Emperor, that is the first thing that comes to mind. If you want to be called Some, you might as well just keep your name Some. Because that's just going to be a bit much trying to remember the previous name you had before if you changed it. So I'm just going by the name that you show. But I can't look at cursed food like that. So now we're checking out the No Man's Sky Worlds Part 1 official trailer. And notice that it says Part 1, because apparently this is going to get a Part 2.
Introducing No Man's Sky
Universe
version
refresh.
5.0. A complete refresh of the universe.
Shadow
with new technology, new flora and fauna, and new gameplay. Planet variety is far beyond what was possible before.
You're welcome, Halster. Don't do
Oceans
that.
have waves, reflections, and more variety. Planets have wind patterns. Waves are dynamic and react to weather. On the surface of the planet, there are new volumetrics and atmospherics. New cloud tech allows detailed clouds and weather conditions. In storms, waves, winds, and clouds interact for incredible immersion. New creatures are out there to discover. With a combat-focused expedition, our journey continues.
Now, someone explain to me. Glad you can give me an experience. Right. Now, someone explained to me how a game like No Man's Sky. Now, I gotta take you back to the year 2016, where this game was about to come out. People were really anticipating that it was gonna be a massive, monumental hit. Like, all the stuff that was promised, and it's not Sean Murray's fault. He was only being told what he was supposed to. And not only that, but they didn't give the Hello Games team enough time to actually do everything they wanted because Sony wanted to rush them. And also, Sean Murray is not the person you would put up to describe a game or showcase a game, simply because he's the person who works on it. Hello, sister! The mic is off. Come in here and say hello to the people.
Hello.
Yes. Sorry, family was talking to me. But Sean Murray is not the person you would put up at the front to describe the game because he's the one that prefers to be in the back room working on it, continuously working on it. So, of course, the game released and everyone called it the worst game of 2016. Yet, despite all of the discourse and all the negativity, Hello Games stuck with their game for all of these years, and they did not give up on it. Not only did they not give up on it, but they actually kept improving the game. And over the past 7 years, they've turned what was called one of the worst games of 2016 into a game where you can't find a single person who is saying anything bad about it because they keep releasing hit after hit after update, and all of it free. They only ask the charging price of the game, and that's it. But every single update that they've done for No Man's Sky has become bigger and bigger and bigger, and now their crew is bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're so large that they're not only working on No Man's Sky continuously, but they're also developing a brand new procedural game set on just one big massive planet that a whole bunch of people will be able to interact with. And if they treat that game with the level of expertise that they have now, and the level of content they've been releasing for No Man's Sky for Light No Fire, which is the game that they're working on now, then Light No Fire is about to blow No Man's Sky out of the water with the amount of care that's about to come to it. So when I see these updates from No Man's Sky, it's like, yeah, I need to boot up No Man's Sky again because they probably got some good stuff. So, before we move on to Suicide Squad and all the things that are coming with Season 2 and Mrs. Freeze, we'll check out the patch notes for Worlds Apart Part 1. Worlds Part 1, introducing Update 5.0. I believe I have the perfect voice for describing patch notes to all of you. Update 5.0. Worlds transforms the universe into a richer, wilder, more varied and immersive place, featuring huge leaps in water and cloud visuals, increased planetary diversity, new gameplay features, and more. Our journey continues. And they've been saying that for 7 years straight. Our journey continues. Our journey continues. Our journey continues. They never said, like, this will be our last update. Everyone's saying, like, please, Sean, take our money. No, we give you free stuff. We want to pay you. No. We give you free stuff. And I'm like, wow, some of these AAA developers could really take some notes from what Hello Games has been doing with their game. Our journey continues. And then, of course, we have not only the trailer that we just watched, but also the interview with Sean Murray, who I believe has grown more used to being able to talk about the game more than he was during the beginning, because he's definitely gotten used to it. And now we can go down. So, Big Hunt Expedition, the Liquidators, engage in a galactic bug hunt in No Man's Sky's 14th Community Expedition. A vile brood is spreading corruption across the universe. Great, it's the Brood from the X-Men. Just the Liquidator Vanguard to join the Liquidator Vanguard to do your part and purge the rot from the stars. So, wow, this is No Man's Sky's answer to Helldivers. The only good bug is a dead bug. Report for duty alongside other travelers to liquidate biological horrors and hosts of giant insects in a high-paced combat expedition full of custom-balanced swarm combat. An exclusive selection of rewards await those that do their part in the war on bugs. I'm doing my part! Including mounted bug trophies, new posters, and a complete set of organic armor parts, forged from the bodies of the Brood themselves. Discovery renaming! You can rename anything you've ever named in No Man's Sky. So if you came up with the name of something and you didn't like it, now you can rename it. Even after you've uploaded it, it'll just update it. Discovered systems, plants, planets, flora, fauna, and minerals can now be renamed at any time, even after upload. Dramatic new worlds. Planets across the universe have been transformed in wild and radical ways. Gravitational distortions have warped some lush and tropical worlds, shaking loose floating islands that now drift in the atmosphere above the planet's surface. Hop from rock to rock with the jetpack or starship. Build bases in the sky. Wow, Pandora from the Avatar is no longer a unique planet. Or simply marvel at the dramatic waterfalls that cascade down from the sky. Nope. Pandora's no longer a unique planet in fiction anymore. Sorry, it's over. No Man's Sky did it better because you can actually go there and enjoy yourself without all the giant 9-foot-tall blue cat people. New volumetric clouds. A total overhaul of the clouds brings... What sort of ship is this? I want to get this ship. Where did you get that ship from? That looks cool. Oh, snap. Phone is dropping and everything. I'm sorry. A total overhaul of the clouds brings vastly increased detail and definition. The cloud system has been rewritten from the ground up to improve performance, fix visual artifacts, and introduce fine details such as wispy cirrus clouds and dark rain-laden nimbus clouds. In addition, cloud coverage variety has been boosted, varying significantly from planet to planet, as well as over time and in response to local weather conditions. I like how this sounds already. Hold on, let me scroll down. Okay, there we go. So we got some images of how the clouds look. Wow. Customized solar ships. The Starship Fabricator now supports the crafting of solar-class starships. Select and combine a vast array of unique components for cockpits, fuselages, wings, and sails to design your dream solar starship. And there, of course, is all the pieces and parts. I have yet to actually build a ship for myself from the ground up with different pieces I found, so I probably need to do that. If you guys want, we could have like a little session of No Man's Sky where we just mess around and see what all is new in the world. I mean, the game is already updated, so that might be something I do tomorrow. I might do that tomorrow. I'll make a poll. In the community tab, and you guys let me know. Detailed shadows. Shadows have new depth and realism. Planetary environments are now more richly lit, with natural features, structures, starships, and travelers accurately self-shadowing and representing exposure to sunlight. Especially noticeable on finely detailed flora such as grass. Additionally, shadows cast by clouds are now calculated in relation to the sun position. So before, this is how the shadows looked before today's update. And this is how they look now. Yeah, this game keeps looking better and better. Now stuff doesn't just look flat, now it looks better. It looks better. It really does look better. High definition water. An astonishing range of sights await explorers on water planets as seas, oceans, and lakes now ripple and sparkle with realistic wave formations and foam generation. Foam generation? As well as these living dynamic water conditions, a total overhaul of the water rendering technology also brings dramatic reflections and beautifully lit surface details. Now, mind you, this little this little demo video of what it looks like probably won't be able to do it justice. And I know it's looking a little bit spotty because the video and because this whole page in general tends to run a little bit shaky just a little bit since there's so much processing at one time on this one big page. Otherworldly life. Discover strange new creatures all across the universe. Bizarre floral hybrids stalk some planets, exploring their environments with stamen-like whiskers and petal-like faces. So, literal plant creatures. Full wind simulation. The wind system has been reworked to bring planets to life with dynamic and consistent weather. Leaves and grass rustle in gentle wind while whole trees rock and sway during storms. Smoke effects, billowing dust clouds, rain, snow, and other environmental effects all go through the same wind system for an immersive and consistent exploration experience. Interesting. Dynamic water. Bodies of water respond to the weather ranging from glassy lakes to turbulent oceans, depending on the stillness of the breeze and the depth of the water. What? There could be hold up. There could be whole moments where the water could just straight up recede, and then this big, massive... Hold on, let me keep reading. Depending on the stillness of the breeze and the depth of the water, violent storms can generate dramatically choppy seas and huge ocean swells. I wonder if they can produce tsunamis. I'm kind of curious about that now. I wonder if they can produce tsunamis. Liquidator Combat Mech. Carve through the toughest enemies in a new heavy-duty mech suit. All those who do their part in the Liquidator's expedition will unlock these new combat-focused components for the Minotaur. As the community purge the vile brood from the universe, plans for these parts will become available at the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion for those unable to take part in the expedition. Thank you. Just in case I'm not able to make it, I still want to be able to get these parts for this mech so I can have my own heavy-duty mech walking around. Sub-Zero Worlds. Frozen worlds have been transformed with ice-laden trees and glittering glacial rocks. New planet surfaces as well as a significant number of new flora and mineral formations bring a new diversity to Sub-Zero planets. And mixed with the new weather system that they have right now, it should make it feel even more dynamic. And now we wait for the rest of this to load. Okay, so the desert. Desert diversity. Biodiversity of sand-swept planets have been expanded, with large feather-fronded palms adorning the horizon of some worlds. Sky colors. Step deeper into a 1970s science fiction palette with a range of new sky colors, introducing some especially rare hues for dedicated explorers to discover. Okay, alright. So we got some gradient looks. This game looks fundamentally different than it did back in 2016. I remember playing this game at launch. I still got the stream up for that. And it's an old look to the game. But this is like night and day. Insect armor set. Complete the Liquidator's expedition to earn a full body set of organic armor. Embrace the aesthetic of the vile brood, or flaunt the evidence of their undoing with chitinous gauntlets, spurs, mandibles, and exoskeleton. So you can literally run around looking like a bug person. Complete with bug arms and bug legs. You literally could be a bug person. That's interesting. Engine enhancements. Many underlying systems have been reworked for improved visuals and increased performance. Rendering of environmental objects such as trees, rocks, and grass have been moved to a GPU-based system, allowing for denser worlds with increased performance. Planetary flora, minerals, and curiosities have improved levels of detail from further distances and a broader range of angles. Terrain generation has been rewritten to incorporate dual marching cubes voxel meshing, increasing loading speed, improving frame rate, and saving memory. Because as we all know, there's nothing greater to a gamer than a game that saves memory, especially if it's a PC player. Because these games that are being made nowadays, they are eating up so much memory, and some games even eat up your memory when you're not even playing it. So, this is good. New interaction labels. Before, this is how it's looked. Labels for interactive and destructible objects in the universe have been restyled and made more responsive, providing critical information without obscuring the view. So this is what it looked like beforehand, and this is what it looks like now. So now they make it so that the notifier of what this thing is, it doesn't actually sit on top of the object itself, it just sits off to the side so you can look at the object unabated. It's a nice little quality of life thing, but I like it. Beetle diversity. A wide variety of new insect-like creatures can now be discovered scuttling across the universe. While some of these alien insects are hostile, many species are gentle, peaceful beings. Study their natural patterns, harvest their nourishing slime, or adopt them as companions. I'm sorry, what? Nourishing slime? I don't know if I'm going to be messing with bugs. Dramatic storms. Exploring a planet during a blizzard or thunderstorm is more exhilarating than ever. New ambient effects and atmospheric fog combine with wind-responsive particle effects to create dramatic storms that sweep across the planet's surface. Yeah, walking through these storms it's gonna look interesting, especially since we got photo mode. It'll look nice. Then, of course, we got the Twitch drops. Watch experienced travelers stream No Man's Sky on Twitch and earn rewards. Even if you don't own the game yet, you can earn rewards during the campaign and claim them in-game at a later date. And let's see, just sit back and tune in to the campaign running from Thursday, starting tomorrow, all the way to the 22nd of July on Monday. Then, of course, we got Walker Battles. Walker Battles are now framed by a detailed combat HUD, indicating the targetable vulnerabilities of these elite Sentinel units. I never fought one of these walkers. I think I fought one walker. Before, and that took me a long time to defeat, but now it'll let me know, like, hey, you can bring down its brain cage, its inner core, and its leg armor as well, because I didn't know any of that. Chitin Flight Pack. I knew it. I knew they were going to do something to the jetpack to make you feel even more bug-like. A new jetpack is available to claim from the Liquidator's Exposition, a fusion of advanced technology and resinous organic secretions. The Chitin Flight Pack represents the apex of bioorganic engineering. Watercolor variety. Discover oceans in a huge range of vibrant colors, from iron-rich red seas to algae-dense pools of green. Committed explorers may find some especially unusual colors on rare planets. I love the variety. Strange nutrients. Brew, bake, churn, and fry more than 40 new nutrient processor recipes from the flesh and larvae of alien insects. Impress other travelers or Iteration Chronos with expertly baked mucal donuts. We just got away from cursed food! Seeping pies, juicy thoraxes, and many more new dishes. We just got away from cursed food. Living buildings. What? Very rarely, in sectors where the anomaly field is strongest, planetary buildings have evolved legs and transform themselves into sentient constructs that roam across the landscape. Great, so we got the walking buildings from Ant-Man Quantumanium just walking around. They're just alive, walking around. Aquatic landing jets. New technology allows starships to land directly on the surface of water, enabling travelers to dive directly into the sea from the nose of their ship. Yo! That's interesting. Now we can land our ships directly over water. That used to be something we could never do. We always had to land on land. But now we literally have no limitation as to where we can land our ship. Except for lava. I'm pretty sure you won't be able to land your ship directly over lava. But being able to land directly over water like this? How many times have we seen like a space movie where they're over the water? And they always either jump into the water or they're trying to rescue someone from the water in like sci-fi movies with spaceships. How many times? That's nice. Starships may also be summoned to the water for a quick escape from the middle of the ocean. That's so useful. Skylight base parts. Bring the view of the stars into your base with new skylight roofing parts. Oh, nice! These new pieces are available from the stone, timber, and alloy construction sets and can be purchased aboard the Space Anomaly. Nice, so you can just... Yeah, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Atmospheric variety. Planetary atmospheric effects are deeper, richer, and more varied, with thick snowfall, flakes of ash and ember, heavy rain, whorls of dust, whorls, not whirls, whorls of dust, and storm crystals all visually enhanced. Vile insect queens. A vile brood of insects has begun to infest planets across the universe. Find and destroy their grubs and then confront the heart of the hostile swarm. They're huge, hideous brood mothers. These colossal lumbering bugs are heavily armored and will challenge even the most experienced exterminators with devastating spit attacks. Not if you set the game to where you can't die! Quality of life. A significant number of quality of life features have been improved throughout the game. The docking tractor beam at space stations and freighters are now smoother. Reloading can be interrupted to quickly cycle weapon modes. Refiners can now be quick-filled with an entire stack of items. Core technology can be instantly repaired from the quick menu. The range of the analysis visor's target sweep has been dramatically improved, and much more. See the full patch notes for more details. So, they really went above and beyond for this game. New gestures. Hold on. This thing is still moving. The page is still moving slow because it has all of these videos playing all at once. Even if I've already scaled down to the bottom, all this stuff is still playing, and that's the reason why I look choppy. If you guys want to know why I look choppy, it's because it's trying to run this at the same time. Express yourself with 4 new animated gestures. Browse the quick menu to get poised for action, ponder the landscape, fold your arms in readiness, or burst into energetic dance. They literally gave you the superhero landing. Spectacular underwater bases. Build cozy aquatic hideouts or lavish underwater layers and enjoy improved views of the waterline. And then, of course, we go into like the DLSS3 concerning it as well. Deep learning super sampling is an NVIDIA technology available to PC players with compatible RTX cards, which uses a deep learning neural network to boost frame rates and generate beautiful, sharp images. The latest iteration, DLSS3, multiplies performance by up to 4 times compared to traditional rendering, while retaining great image quality. And then it shows you how it looks with it off, and then how it looks with it on. Don't know if you can really tell the difference, but yeah. Vile Brood Nexus mission. The observers aboard the Space Anomaly regret the spread of the Vile Brood across the universe. Their queens and grubs disturbing the delicate balance of local ecosystems. They request that travelers band together to cull these invasive species and restore balance to nature. Group up with friends or strangers at the Nexus to sign up for this new mission. Alright, what else y'all got? Because this is already hefty. This is already taking me a minute to get through. I know me reading through Suicide Squad's newest dev post is not going to be as long, but this is a hefty list. Noxious worlds. Venture into totally unexplored, toxic climates. These new worlds have horizons alive with alluring but poisonous flora, while the ground underneath your feet bubbles and oozes with living slime. So this is just a full-on toxic planet with toxic swamps. Miyazaki would love this. Colossal insect trophies. Decorate your living space with a set of bug hunter trophies earned by those who do their part in the Liquidator expedition. Hungering tendril encounters. Test your skills against pumped up, hungering tendrils. These many mouths crave the soft flesh of travelers, and will now spit acidic projectiles while fighting at range. Your progress in these challenging fights is now tracked with a detailed combat HUD. I've never seen one of these. I've never encountered one of these before. Nah, I'm good. Irradiated landscapes. Delve into the twisted forests of new radioactive environments. Irradiated planets are more colorful and diverse than ever, but remain a deadly exploration challenge without the appropriate protective gear. So not only do we have entire planets that are just dedicated to being incredibly toxic, but we also have planets that are dedicated to being incredibly radioactive and are shown to be as such. Especially with everything new, now it looks like that. Insectoid Headwear. Hunt and destroy insect queens to earn new player titles and harvest a variety of wearable insect head pieces. Strike terror into your foes with the brooding skull. Assert your dominance with the broodmother's maw, or continue the hunt to earn even more. And of course, they can be customized like every other armor piece you get in the game. Minotaur Flamethrower. Incinerate enemies with a new flamethrower for the Liquidator Armored Mech. This dedicated combat override deals extreme damage at close range. Yeah, this is probably going to be useful taking on the bugs. We got a Liquidator Rig, Liquidator Left Arm, Liquidator Leg, Liquidator Body, and Liquidator Rig again. Burnt Worlds. So we have Toxic Worlds, like Noxious Worlds. We have Irradiated Worlds, and now we have completely burnt out worlds. Scorched landscapes have been transformed with a wealth of new and diverse fiery flora, superheated crystals, ash-dusted atmospheres, and more. So mind you, all of these places that I'm talking about right now, they're nothing new. We've already came across radioactive planets, toxic planets, cold planets, and hot planets. But since this new atmosphere change, this new universal change is going through the game now, all of these places are no longer going to look the same as they did before. They're now going to look more in tune with what's going on with them as a planet as a whole. Night Sky Variety. Nights are more varied than ever, with a great range of sky and lighting colors, and darkness levels that vary from world to world, from velvety black skies to glowing nightscapes. Light levels will also now change over time as the night passes. So you could wind up getting on a planet which is just pitch black dark to one that tends to glow a little bit. Suddenly reminded of that one Vin Diesel movie. What was it called again? Blossoming Megaflora. Hold on. Getting a call. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Wow. All right, so blossoming megaflora. New lush worlds have bloomed into life. Discover idyllic garden planets flourishing with exotic alien flowers, perfect for exploration, discovery, or the construction of a beautiful new base. So, this is a paradise planet. See, back in the day, actually, hold on. Yeah, the frames are dropping like crazy because of everything that is on screen right now. Hold on, let me move away from it. So, hopefully it toned down. I hope it toned down. Even though it's acting very, very spotty. Yeah, it toned down. The planet you just watched and looked at, that's what you call a paradise planet. They have a lot of planets that are called that in No Man's Sky, but that looks like a perfect planet. That looks like one where you can just go to the hills and just say, "The hills are alive with the sound of music, with songs they have sung that I heard before." It's like, it's that planet that you just saw in that little video before it got all choppy. That looks exactly like a paradise planet. I gotta find one of those. All right, we are done with all the images and stuff. And here are the patch notes for everything that came with this. It would take me a minute to get through all of that. So I'm not gonna read all of it because we kind of pretty much covered all the stuff that came with this distinct update. I am definitely going to mess with No Man's Sky and look at all the new stuff. I'm definitely going to take pictures. Just like I did with like the previous update that we got that changed how space stations looked, and those pictures are amazing. Or those images are, well, those space station designs are definitely amazing. But I am definitely going to take more pictures and see how different planets look, because I know I've been taking pictures of No Man's Sky all the way over the years on how different planets look, so I'm definitely going to take pictures and see how they compare for now versus how they did back in the day. So, yeah, here are the patch notes and everything. I'm going to look through all of this on my own time. But yeah, No Man's Sky is doing the thing. They are literally making it so that No Man's Sky is, just chock full of content. What a joy to be alive. Now, the other thing that I was excited to see, because I saw this pop up before I took my shower, before I did this whole stream, and I wanted to go through this. Because I've been waiting for them to release an update post about the new season of Frozen Hearts. Season 2 for Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, and I've been looking forward to it. They delayed it. It was supposed to come out this Thursday. It was supposed to come out... Actually, no, it was supposed to come out last week, but they delayed it to the 25th, which is going to be Thursday next week. And I'm like, okay, fine. They'll give you more time to polish up everything to make sure everything works perfectly. Everything works smoothly. Perfect. But one thing I was really hoping to see was just new info. I want to know, what is Mrs. Freeze about? What can she do? What's her traversal like? What's coming with the game? Are we getting some new quality of life stuff? And let's go over it. Welcome to our Season 2 update. In this blog, we'll be taking you through all of the new content we're adding to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League as part of the Season of Frozen Hearts. Nice to meet you. For Season 2, we're unveiling our next new addition to the Suicide Squad, Mrs. Freeze. Now, as you can see here, it looks like her traversal is just creating an ice path, just like Iceman or Frozone from The Incredibles. And that alone is already sick. Because I was wondering what her traversal was going to be like. I didn't know if she was going to be skating, if she was going to be skating on the ground or whatever. I didn't know if she was going to be doing that. Some people were saying oh, she's gonna do this, she's gonna do that, and I was all like, I don't know. But now we have a clear example, and she's just in the air, just creating ice underneath her feet, just traveling that way. Victoria Freeze is an ice-cold, self-sufficient survivalist who has watched her Elseworld turn to ice as Brainiac's invasion took hold. By the time we meet her in Season 2, she had spent years as the last holdout of her dying planet, unwilling to leave her cryogenically frozen wife behind. But after being recruited by the squad, she may be the chance to save her. Yeah, wait, is that written right? But after being recruited by the squad, she may have the chance, not maybe the chance. Sorry, that's on me. But after being recruited by the squad, she may have the chance to save her and unleash icy hell. Mrs. Freeze is bringing some much-needed expertise to the squad in the form of her freeze tech. The primary way she utilizes her inventions is through her traversal, which incorporates a combination of ice-cool control and super smooth sliding that makes for a fast-paced, dynamic, and totally unique traversal kit. Mrs. Freeze's primary traversal ability is Ice Path. Whether used in the air or on the ground, this ability gives her complete freedom of movement. She can quickly slide around behind enemy shields to flank, dash straight into the fray, or even launch herself directly skyward, perfect for getting the drop on her targets. Look at that. Look at that. Look how smooth that is. That's how she's gonna be getting around? Look how smooth that is! This is something you would see Iceman do. It's so smooth. Ah! This looks like the best traversal out of all the characters thus far, and I spend a lot of time playing Deadshot and Joker, and I love their traversal. Deadshot because he has that air superiority with his jetpack, perfectly lining up shots. Joker because I'm literally just flinging myself in the air with his jet boosted propelled umbrella, and then I can float through the air. I literally made a video of him floating from the entirety of the city all the way to the other side. He's the only person that can do that. Now I gotta see if Mrs. Freeze can do that. But just look at how smooth. Look at how smooth it is, just her sliding in the air. I have so many questions about how much control I have for this. But let me go back. Let's see. When her ice path has run dry, her secondary traversal ability, Loop-de-Loop, will get her moving. By jumping out of the loop at different times, Freeze can zoom in different directions. Straight up for an aerial recon of the battlefield, straight forward to dash back into the fight, and straight down for a slam into the ground. I can't wait to test this out. Aerial Precision is her final ability, creating a mid-air ice platform for her to fire down on Brainiac's forces. All of these abilities work together for a fluid, exciting style of traversal that's easy to pick up, but hard to master. Challenge accepted, because I've already mastered Deadshot's ability to be in the air, and I've already mastered Joker's as well. Still working on Harley and King Shark. Boomerang, I've already gotten used to, like being able to just like throw a boomerang and choose different positions to where I want to go. It's not hard for Boomerang. It may seem like it, but it's not. But Harley and King Shark are the ones that I need to fully master at the end of the day. Mrs. Freeze can approach combat in a variety of ways with different tools to suit every method. With heavy weapons, she brings the fight directly to Brainiac's forces, pelting them with a hailstorm of bullets from close to mid-range, which works perfectly with her fast and direct traversal. For a long-range, cold and calculating playstyle, her assault rifles and pistols allow her to pick off enemies from longer distances, especially when coupled with aerial precision to provide a frozen platform to act as a vantage point from which to fire. So, her weapons are heavy weapons, assault rifles, and pistols. So I'm glad they didn't give her the exact same loadout as King Shark. Because King Shark has heavy weapons, assault rifles, and shotguns, but she has heavy weapons, assault rifles, and pistols. So, nice. I wonder what the other two characters, because I know who the other two characters are because people won't stop talking about these characters in the Discord ahead before their appointed time, but I wonder what the other character loadouts are going to be. Especially for the final one that many of us already know who the final character is. Let me see here. Plus, for when you need to really go in for the kill, her frozen axe can deliver powerful meaty swings and is further enabled by her tanky style of gameplay focusing on shield harvesting. Like other members of the squad, Mrs. Freeze comes with 3 different playstyles that her talents fit into, offering unique approaches to traversal and combat. I already know I'm probably going to take the skills that I've maxed out for more damage done to burning enemies and switch it over to more damage done to frozen enemies, which is really going to help out with her since she's going to have a lot of cold-oriented skills. Let's see. The cooler playstyle enables her cryotech, turning her into an unstoppable tank with incredible crowd-controlling freeze powers. You already got me. With the snowball effect talent, melee kills will cause all enemies nearby to instantly freeze. Melee kills will cause all enemies nearby to instantly freeze. Notice that it doesn't say they'll freeze for a certain amount of time. It just says that they'll just straight up freeze. So if you can get your melee kills and melee damage to a high enough degree where you can take out an enemy, and then you kill them with melee with her, she's instantly freezing. Okay. I'm already thinking of ideas. Melee, with the snowball effect talent, melee kills will cause all enemies nearby to instantly freeze. This couples perfectly with exothermic transfer, which comes at the cost of causing melee hits to remove the freeze status from enemies, but generating 25% shield. These both work in tandem to create a frenetic style of tank play with options for both crowd control and raw damage. The physicist playstyle is all about making fundamental physics fundamentally physical with talents that buff melee, shield harvest, and suicide strikes. The blunt force talent builds up 5% suicide strike resource from melee hits. Notice that it doesn't say melee kills, but melee hits, synergizing perfectly with temperature drop, which empowers her suicide strikes, causing shields to drop for every player whenever she suicide strikes an enemy. Notice that it doesn't say suicide strike and kill the enemy. This is just every time suicide strikes happen. Finally, the technician playstyle is all about gear, be it her firearms or enhancing her cryo boots for better traversal. Oh boy, I can't wait to see that. See what all the skills are like. Y'all know me, I'm going to do a deep dive for all the skills. We do that for every character that's been released so far. Joker was one that I did a deep dive for all the skills. We're going to do the same for Mrs. Freeze. This playstyle will see Freeze running and gunning or sliding and dividing. Bomb Cyclone causes her traversal attack Powder Burn to freeze enemies 50% of the time, while Defensive Potential instantly reloads her current firearm whenever she lands a shield harvest. The potential for combos and synergies within her talents is enormous, so get out there and do some science. Oh, we will be doing some myth busting. Ice Formation. To recruit Mrs. Freeze to your squad, you will need to complete a series of incursions to locate her before she can be persuaded to join. Elseworld missions will unlock in a specified order in Season 2, meaning once they have been completed and you have reached episode rank 25, you can fight against a new Brainiac and recruiter. So all we really have to do, because this is what happened when Joker got released for the first time, I spent a good hour and a half trying to figure out, okay, what missions do I need to be doing in order to unlock this character? And all I really have to do is just find that one loop of missions to do one after the other, because I do that right now in episode 2 Duality with the Two-Face stuff. I do that with one mission where you fight a whole mob, and then another mission that is... Sorry, my phone keeps moving. One mission where you're fighting like hordes of enemies, and then another one where you have to kill a certain number of enemies to rack up a charge, and then another mission where you have to kill a number of enemies to rack up a charge. Those are incredibly easy to get through. So if I can find those 3 missions to do in a loop, then it shouldn't take us long to unlock Freeze, because I'm not gonna spend any of the points that I've earned having the battle pass. Thank you for the free token that allowed me to complete the battle pass. I'm not gonna spend any of the currency that I got to unlock her easily. I want to earn her, so that way when we start playing through with her, we can unlock some more skills and then use the currency that way. But going back to this, let's see. Freeze is over. One of the big additions in Season 2 is the new Frozen Elseworld to explore. You'll find a few familiar sights. The Skull Ship in the sky and Brainiac's forces are everywhere trying to take over. But this iced-over Elseworld is full of surprises once you break through the permafrost. The world you'll discover is the result of a final act of sabotage by Mrs. Freeze. Once she realized the fight against Brainiac on her home world was unwinnable, she hatched a plan to destroy the Coluan terraformers, sending the entire planet into an ice age. This is what Mr. Freeze wanted to do in the Batman and Robin movie. She actually succeeded. These Arctic conditions have frozen Metropolis solid, leading to a radically different landscape both in terms of appearance and physical layout. The new ice age has wrought such mayhem on the planet that pools of lava have burst from the ground, adding additional hazards. So the floor really is lava. There's a literal traversal mod called that, and now we're actually going to have lava on the ground. The ruins of this epic battle between Mrs. Freeze and Brainiac can be seen littered through this world, with machines of war strewn over the city and several landmarks transformed by the aftermath of the conflict. Explore this Elseworld to find a transformed Zeppo Tower and its once great Zeppelins now stranded in the snow, and at the center of it all, the giant terraformer, causing lava to spew forth from it where it is burrowed in the earth. So it's gonna be nice having a brand new location to go to for Suicide Squad now. Because I've been in the Joker world for a while. and I've enjoyed it, but it's also nice to have a different change of pace. So I can't wait to spend a good chunk of time here in this place. As the Suicide Squad break into this inhospitable world. Hold on, I'm in conversation. As well. My apologies. As the Suicide Squad breaks into this inhospitable world, they will be faced with a host of new challenges and dangers. The frozen climate causes ice storms to crash down to the ground as the squad completes their missions, exploding in a flurry of frozen spikes and causing anyone caught inside to be frozen solid. I'll take that over getting hit by electricity that makes it so that I can't use traversal in any way. Because after a while, getting hit by lightning and then I can't just immediately escape real quickly, that got tiresome after a while. Not saying that it brought down my entire experience of playing through Joker's season, but I like having access to all of my traversal, so getting frozen probably won't be as annoying as getting hit by lightning and then I can't use my jetpack or shoot straight into the air to avoid getting hit by an enemy, or any sort of traversal method to escape certain doom at higher levels. Let's see. Mastery of your character's traversal will be a lifesaver in Season 2, as dodging the ice storms and pools of lava is the only way you'll have a hope of surviving. To help Task Force X keep icing Brainiac's goons in these challenging new conditions are a host of new mutators. Take Heavy is the Head, which boosts the damage of your next grenade by 100% for every burning enemy you hit with a melee strike, up to a max of 1,000%. Couple this with any of the high radius grenades and you'll be blowing whole swaths of bad guys to smithereens. And for Brain Freeze, killing a frozen enemy grants you a 10 combo instantly, allowing for a fast-paced and reckless style of play. It's clear that while the sub-zero temperature of this Elseworld will be a great danger, Mrs. Freeze is able to harness it to even the playing field against Brainiac and his armies. So grenades will still be good. Huh. Looks like I don't have to abandon the Firefly grenade after all. I see what you did there. Along with a new character to master and our Elseworld battleground to dominate, Season 2 also adds a new set of gear items to track down. And as you'll soon see, we've created our very own Song of Ice and Fire. I see what they did there. So, Killer Frost Infamy set. And I already like how the Killer Frost Infamy set looks. Those ice shards just floating around the weapon itself. Is this just around it? Like, is it just floating around it? Infamy set's based around the iconic DC supervillain Killer Frost. Lore fans with long memories may remember her depiction in the Assault on Arkham movie. Her powers are derived from absorbing heat and projecting cold, so you can expect her gear set bonuses to channel that same flavor. Interesting. From one extreme to another, the Killer Frost Infamy gear relies on setting your enemies ablaze before unleashing the devastation of weaponized thermal shock that will see them shatter before your eyes. Aha! So the crux of these weapons is inducing hypothermia into the enemies. It makes sense. Because if you're very hot and you get introduced to cold, or if you're very cold and you get introduced to hot, it can have some very, very damaging adverse effects on your body. Across the tiers, you'll be building up Killer Frost's signature heat absorption buff to empower your other abilities. Master these sets and you'll find yourself pulling off huge damage with your traversal attacks, entering a sub-zero trance to watch your enemies drop, or get up close and personal with brutal suicide strikes that have some serious one-shot potential. Don't say that. Don't say that! Don't say it has serious one-shot potential. Because now everyone is going to be building towards that. Firefly Notorious Gear. See, in the game thus far, Firefly has, like, a grenade. He just has a grenade. But now we're getting, like, actual gear pieces. Actual full-on gear, weapon pieces. Actual weapon pieces. As for this season's notorious items, we've brought back an iconic DC supervillain with Firefly's pyromaniac weapon family. It is available in 3 hot flavors: assault rifle, shotgun, and SMG. And if you get your hands on one, you'll burn your enemies to a crisp with each critical hit. Could this be better than Black Mask's Bulletstorm weapon? Keep turning up the heat, and you can switch to the devastating alternate firing mode, causing your freshly barbecued enemies to explode and take massive damage. Well done. And Golden Glider. I didn't even know Golden Glider was a villain. in DC. Our next notorious weapon comes from one of the Flash's coldest enemies, Golden Glider. He first took on the fastest men alive in a revenge plot during DC Comics' Silver Age, and Golden Glider's background as a figure skater gave us the inspiration for one of our most elegant armaments. It's nice looking though. Look at the way it looks. This is a nice looking gun. White and gold with hints of gray? I like the aesthetic. Countering enemies gift wraps them with astral ribbons, causing them to take increased damage for 10 seconds. Express delivery all the way to the afterlife. And Parasite notorious melee weapons. We're introducing a new family of melee weapons courtesy of one of Superman's longest running enemies, Parasite. This gruesome grafted gear deals increased melee damage against afflicted enemies. If they are unlucky enough to live, then the next melee attack is really going to hurt. In this case, what doesn't cure you only makes it hurt more. Now, seeing as how this is going to be themed after Parasite, I am curious as to what Deadshot's melee weapons are going to look like when they're themed after Parasite. Because remember, his melee weapons are his wrist gauntlets. So is he going to have like organic wrist gauntlets patterned after Parasite? They even gave this thing a uvula. Okay. Built from ice. Now that we've given you a taste of some of the new gear that's coming, let's look at some of the ways we can combine the loot together to take the fight back to Brainiac with Mrs. Freeze. Brand new weapons means brand new builds, and while we can't wait to see what our community discovers during Season 2, here are some starters for inspiration. Mrs. Byrne. This build is all, and here's Mrs. Freeze patterned after all of like the heat theme outfits that the squad currently has right now. This build is all about using the Firefly. I saw Pyromaniac. It is about using the Firefly's Pyromaniac notorious weapons to burn your enemies, staying in close quarters so you can build up stacks of heat absorption with the Killer Frost tier 3 Infamy Set 1 piece bonus. That'll give you a nice early damage boost. Then when it's really time for action, take out an enemy with a Suicide Strike to kick off the Frozen Hearts buff, which increases your damage dealt and taken for every second that it's active. Increases your damage dealt and taken. Oh, I get it. Increases your damage dealt and taken for every second that it's active. Activating your Suicide Strike again removes the buff, so it's a must-have when you're close to death. But even then, it's easy to get your stacks back up from the defense that Golden Glider's Astral Projector gives you, and the Thermal Equilibrium melee weapon gives you plenty of extra affliction resource to get you right back to burning. Ooh, okay. Alright, I'm already getting ideas in mind. Mind you, I'm gonna have to build off of this once I actually see her entire kit and all of her skills. Shattered Dreams. This build is all about being the Ice Queen, freezing enemies and shattering them before they even have a chance to fight back. This is where I'm gonna probably go because I love crowd control. I absolutely love crowd control. This is perfect for players who love a managed burst gameplay style. To start, you'll need 3 pieces of the Killer Frost Tier 2 Infamy set to get access to the Frozen Dreams buff, which gives you a 1000 damage bonus for 10 seconds and an extra 500% against frozen enemies, all while reducing incoming damage by 25%. While affected by Frozen Dreams, every enemy kill extends the buff, so if you can keep the trance going, you'll be hitting some big numbers. I like that. Killing enemies extends the buff. And if Firefly's grenade still remains busted when Season 2 starts next week, this Frozen Dreams buff is probably going to become the most busted thing in the game. combined with that one grenade. Oh man, I can't wait. Golden Glider's ribbon projection layers even more damage on top, giving you increased damage on countered enemies. That stacks nicely with the Disturbing Sights melee weapon, which gives you a chance to instantly kill a frozen enemy. There it is. The Cold Front Armor Traversal mod allows survivability and shield overcharge. And if it all goes wrong, your enemies will regret it due to your Parasite's Desperate Absorption shield that triggers an explosion, which also heals you. I'm hearing a lot of overpowered things from this entire setup. I'm hearing a whole bunch of overpowered things, and I love it. And, of course, a long winter. You'll be able to get your hands on everything seen above when the new season launches on July 25th. But beyond that, here's a little preview of what you can expect in future updates. So, we have some Captain Cold Infamy sets coming in. We got a Heatwave Notorious gear coming in. And we got an Icicle Notorious gear coming in. And we have Trickster Notorious melee weapons. And then, of course, we have some cold storage, but I'll go over that once I get back because family just got home with food. Give me one quick moment. I'll be right back. All right, we can continue. We can continue. I got food here. We will continue. So, cold storage. And by far, this is the most important thing out of this entire update. Cold storage. To help you keep track of all this new loot, as part of our Season 2 update, we will be introducing the stash to the Hall of Justice. With the stash, you will be able to store, break down, or compare a much larger number of items so that whatever Brainiac throws at you, you'll have everything you need to tackle it head on. Plus, with a new grid system for viewing all your items and several options on how you sort your loot, you'll never be left wondering why your boomerang won't come back. This is such a wonderful addition because for the longest, I've been carrying around weapons that I've been holding on to since the beginning of the game, and I've had no place to put them, so I've just been keeping them in my inventory, even though some of these weapons are frankly weak compared to the stuff I can use right now, because the only weapons that can get to a very high level in terms of like strength are weapons that you get from episode 2 in season 1. Specifically, the weapons that are tailored after Two-Face and Black Manta. Those are currently the only weapons that can reach mastery 5 in terms of damage. Weapons from like episode 1, Scarecrow weapons and, Merlin weapons, those, they can't get up to that high. The Master 5 weapons stuff was only something that was introduced in episode 2. But in the base game, you can only get like master weapons. And on higher mastery levels, those weapons really don't do as much. But I don't want to get rid of them because of how long it took me in order to get those master weapons. So I'm glad we actually get a storage unit so I can actually clean out my inventory for all characters. Weapons I am not using or weapons I just want to collect. I can put them in a stash and I'm happy about it. I really hope that the stash size is huge. I hope you can put at least 1,000 items in there. I hope you can put at least 1,000. At least. Dressed for the Cold. Season 2 will bring with it a new battle pass with both free and premium tracks full of awesome cosmetic items. The signature outfits are themed around everyone's favorite mechanical genius / lovable nerd, Toyman. The Joker, Harley, Deadshot, and Mrs. Freeze will all have outfits that harken back to the golden age of toys with retro-futuristic designs and unique traversal effects for each character. By suiting up the squad with styles inspired by his favorite collectibles, you'll be able to put the action back in action figure as you show Brainiac that playtime's over. So Joker gets a suit. Wow, he actually gets an outfit that actually gives him symmetrical legs. It actually gives him matching legs. And then Harley gets a suit. I have to say, Harley and Deadshot, they have the best. Actually, you know what? No, Joker with the hat. Joker with the hat. He's got a hat now. Joker with the hat, Harley, and Deadshot. Mrs. Freeze? I mean, she looked great too. But Deadshot sticks out to me, and so does Harley, especially with the holographic pigtails as well. And here's a big one. Throughout the season, a number of new outfits will be available in the store. Most excitingly, for old school Rocksteady fans, the Arkham family of outfits. These classic looks for Deadshot, Harley, Mrs. Freeze, and the Joker are in... Yo, is Joker gonna get an outfit that makes him look like the Joker from the Arkham series? Are they gonna give him like Joker's entire outfit? Cause the Elseworld Joker, he has like his own fit. But is Joker gonna get an outfit that makes him look exactly like Hamill's Joker? Can we get that? Can we make it so that his prosthetic leg is covered up by a full pant leg and he just looks just like Arkham Joker? Are inspired... Okay, let's see. These classic looks for Deadshot, Harley, Mrs. Freeze, and the Joker are inspired by iconic designs from the Batman Arkham games. Each of the outfits come with awesome swatches, too. Notice that swatches are just like different color variations. Themed after infamous DC supervillains from the Batman Arkham series, including Solomon Grundy, Two-Face, and Ra's al Ghul. I'm curious about the Ra's al Ghul one. Two-Face is one. Solomon Grundy? Never would have expected us to get like a color variation that makes them look like Solomon Grundy. But Ra's al Ghul? Are they gonna give him like Lazarus Pit green glowing eyes? I'm curious about that. But I'm pretty sure a lot of Harley fans are gonna be excited to see her old look from Arkham Knight come back. So if they want to have her looking different, or if they're not a big fan of her look from Suicide Squad, they can take her back to either her classic Harley Quinn look or her classic Harley look during Arkham Knight. Pretty sure a lot of people will be happy to see her dressed up in that again, because we haven't seen her in that outfit since, well, Arkham Knight and her little DLC when she went to go free Ivy. The Riddler may be the most annoying man in Arkham Asylum. Yes, but he sure cuts a fine suit. And with the Riddler outfits, you'll be able to unravel the mystery of how he looks so fly. With outfits for Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, the Joker, and Mrs. Freeze, these mean green outfits will leave no question as to your sense of style. So Boomerang's is not being left out, but it looks like they're giving him like this. They're giving him like a brand new hairstyle. They're giving him like a big old beard. They're giving him like a big old Seamus beard. For those of you who still haven't completed the season of the Joker, you won't miss out when the season of Frozen Hearts launches, because you can always select which of the active battle passes you want to level up. I'm glad they're doing this, because Borderlands did it when they introduced the Vault cards, which were basically like battle passes, but you had to play the game in order to progress. And you could choose whichever new Vault card you wanted to access. It'll give you new weapons and new outfits and different stuff and new items that you can earn. I'm glad and you can switch between the ones that you wanted to get. I'm glad that they're doing this, so people who are feeling like, I haven't finished the battle pass yet, I'm still working on it, you can go back and forth between them. That sort of quality of life improvement is good. The Ice Age starts soon, and that's all we have to share for now. That's good enough. Season 2 of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League officially launches on July 25th. We hope you're excited, you've enjoyed the sneak peek into our new character, Frozen environment, gear, builds, and more. We'll see you in the Elseworlds. I'm looking forward to it. So as you can tell from this photo, new playable character, Mrs. Freeze, new melee weapon pack. She uses a giant battle axe. Episode 3, Frozen Hearts, new Infamy gear sets and Notorious gear, Killer Frost, Firefly, Parasite, Golden Glider, Elseworlds Mayhem map with a Superman and Flash Brainiac fight, so you're going to be fighting both Superman and the Flash at the same time. How we'll survive that, I don't know. Ever-changing Metropolis, Frozen Metropolis, new battle pass with Toyman-themed outfits, and then Episode 4, Winter, which is a mid-season update, will be introducing new Infamy sets and Notorious gear with one's pattern after Captain Cold, Icicle, Trickster, and there was another one that I am currently drawing a break on. Heatwave as well, and that includes a Green Lantern and Superman fight, so you're fighting the Green Lantern and Superman at the same time. And let's see, new incursion missions and new shop items and more, along with like the Trickster Notorious Melee as well. So yeah, there's a lot of things coming to Season 2, along with one very important quality of life update feature that just makes playing through Suicide Squad even better. Because, frankly, I am really enjoying the game. Every time I boot it up, it's not like, oh, this is a slog, I don't want to play this for an hour. It's not something that I just boot up for a small amount of time and just stop playing because it's all like, I wish I could be playing something else. No, I boot that joker up and I play it for hours because it's that fun. It's that fun. And I know people are out there right now, even when Rocksteady releases an update, they really go out of their way to say, like, this game is trash. It's horrible. Oh, she has a wife? Why are they going woke? And I'm like, you have absolutely... Okay, so where was all of this talk when Ivy and Harley were a thing? There's a literal whole show just talking... There's a whole animated series dedicated to the relationship between Harley and Ivy. So, I don't see the issue. So people are just, like, coming up with different issues of why they don't like this update. but it's really just the same song and dance. We don't like Suicide Squad as a whole, so we got to make sure we let them know that we don't like anything that they're doing. Okay, fine, do it, but I'm just going to enjoy this, and I'm glad that there's a bunch of people that I can talk to that, you know, don't fall into that mob mentality of like, everyone thinks this game is trash, so now I got to join the bandwagon, otherwise I'll be seen as the odd man out. And I'm like, it's not that serious. If you don't like it, go somewhere else or do something else. But don't try to, you know, bring down people who are trying to actually enjoy the game, like myself and many others. It's redundant, and it's outplayed. It's old now. You can move on. You can go outside. You can touch grass if you want to. It's not that big a deal. The game is fun, and I'm looking forward to what they do next week on Thursday, because I will be streaming this. I will be streaming this on Thursday. I will. And we'll unlock Mrs. Freeze, and she might become my new favorite character. Deadshot is my top favorite. After that is Joker, and then everyone else. But Freeze might become my new top favorite over Deadshot if I can get this whole traversal thing down. But yeah, that's the newest update for Suicide Squad that is dropping next week. I am looking forward to it. I can't wait to enjoy it. But with all of that, I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about today. 2 hours and 12 minutes talking about cursed foods, looking into No Man's Sky, and checking out some Suicide Squad stuff. Let me see. I quite like that show. Don't know if I like the Suicide Squad Isekai anime. I haven't seen that yet. I got to check that out for myself. Though I will say the song Calliope Mori did was pretty good. Wait a minute. Calliope Mori, as in the VTuber? She's singing the song for the Suicide Squad Isekai? Officially? That's real? She's doing the song for the Suicide Squad Isekai? Huh. But yes, I covered everything that I wanted to cover today. And yeah, she is. Oh, okay. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the Suicide Squad Isekai yet. I'll check it out. I'll look at it. I'll look into it. But yeah, man, what a stream for today. What a session. Looking at cursed foods, info on No Man's Sky, and the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Whew. What a session. But now it's time to eat. And then I'll set up for tomorrow's session. We may be messing with No Man's Sky or something else if you guys have something else in mind. I want to be flexible. But yeah, I'm done for today. You have been a wonderful audience. Thank you for sitting in with me. I enjoy doing these little sessions with all of you where we're just chilling and we're looking at stuff and we're just relaxing and we're just enjoying each other's company. I enjoy doing all of this with you, and I'm looking forward to my next session with all of you. So with that being said, yeah, I'm going to bring this to a close. Hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples. I don't know. I forgot. Did I set this to the right image? Nope, I did not. Hold on. This isn't a Castlevania stream. I gotta set it to the right one. There we go. I forgot to do that before I started today's session. My bad. All right, later, peoples.